In a world where cinema lenses are more obtainable than ever, companies are doing their best to put out more affordable options for lower budget filmmaking, smaller commercial work, and DZO Film is no exception. We used this beautiful set of Vespid Primes for a local company's T-ad, and I just want to talk today about my initial thoughts on the Vespid Primes. Maybe this will help you formulate an opinion on whether or not you should try them out. And before we hop into the review, I do want to thank Lens Rentals for sending these out. Now, Lens Rentals teamed up with me for this video, but they are not paying me to say anything good or bad. Why would they? They're not a lens company. More on that here in a second. Let's go ahead and hop into it. First and foremost, with this set of Vespid Primes, right out of the box, one thing that we noticed across the board between myself and everyone on set was these things are so small and nimble. Now, when I say small, I mean small in stature, but they are still weighty. They have some girth to them, but we were surprised at how small the barrels were. And I think DZO cleverly named them the Vespid for a reason. They were small and nimble on our set. We did have some tight spaces that we had to squeeze into, so they were perfect for everything that we needed, whether it be outdoors or indoors. As far as the characteristics of the Vespid Primes, I love the fact that they have a creamy vintage look, but they're still modernly sharp. They remind me a lot of the Canon FD lenses whenever you start stopping the FDs down. With these, you don't have to stop them down for them to start getting sharp. They're sharp basically from 2.1 all the way through the whole aperture range, and I think that's a very good characteristic to have because we do get that soft vintage feel, but we do still get the modern sharpness as well. Color renderings from the Vespids are absolutely gorgeous. One of the first scenes that we shot on set was the sunrise scene of Claire getting ready to go for her morning run, and the way that the Vespids rendered the sky, they render skin, everything in the scene looked good no matter where we pointed the camera, and that's true across the board with this set. As far as rigging and usability, these lenses all have similar focus throws. I know these two throw at 270 degrees total, but all of the operation is the same smoothness. Obviously, all of these are declicked. I think the 90 has a little bit longer focus throw than the 50 and the 25, but everything still feels consistent across the board when you're working your follow focus system and when you're working your aperture. And because of the similar weights and barrel sizes, you really don't even have to recalibrate if you're swapping lenses on a gimbal or like we did on a glide cam for our outdoor scenes. Another consistency with this set is the minimal focus distance. On the 25mm, the minimum focus distance is a foot. On the 50mm, it's 1.2 feet. And on the macro, of course, it's a whole lot closer than that. I don't think we actually got to the limit of what the macro can focus on. It seemed like the closer we put it, it was still able to focus on exactly what we needed to do and stay sharp wide open. As far as the pairing, we used Blackmagic Pocket 6K Pros for this production, and I believe that was a match made in heaven for these Vespid Primes. The combination of the 6K sensor as well as the way these render a scene and render colors, I think made for a great ad. I believe these lenses did everything that we needed them to do for our sunrise scenes, for our running scenes, for our kitchen scenes, for our living room scenes. Everything that we wanted them to do, they did it beautifully and really exceeded my expectations. Another exciting point for the Vespids is the price. These lenses are cheaper than most of your higher end photo lenses. I know if you're looking at new RF glass or new G Master glass, they're gonna be twice the cost of these lenses. The 25mm and the 50mm are both $1,400, and the 90mm macro is $1,650, which make them a very affordable set of lenses in production terms. That's still a lot of money for 3 lenses, but when compared to, once again, expensive photo lenses or other cinema primes, these things are in a very aggressively priced market. And even if you don't plan on buying the lenses but you want to rent them, they're very affordable to rent compared to other cinema glass, especially when you're renting from people like my friends over at Lens Rentals. Hey, just a quick break from the video to thank Lens Rentals once again for partnering with me on this video. Lens Rentals has been the largest online provider for everything photo, video, and production related since 2006. Not only do they have a massive selection of gear, but it is rigorously tested before it arrives on your production to ensure optimal quality and results. Whether you're renting a camera body for your first paid gig, or if you're a veteran on that big budget commercial, Lens Rentals has your back. I use Lens Rentals for all of my rental needs for our productions, and I'm a little partial to them as well because they're located here in the great state of Tennessee. Head over to lensrentals.com and use the code GWEAR15 for 15% off your next rental. In closing, who do I think these lenses are for? No different than my production company, we primarily work on smaller budget commercial work. We do social media work for companies as well. We have companies on retainer. I believe these lenses are perfect for the small guys. Obviously, your larger production companies, they're still gonna use your Cooke S4 sets, they're still gonna use your Arri Signature Prime sets, but I believe these Vespids hold their own, especially at the price point that they're at. So if you are a smaller creator, if you're a smaller video production company, you're wanting to keep the budget in mind on your productions, these lenses are going to pass with flying colors for everything that you throw at them. But I want to know your thoughts on the Vespids. Have you used them on a production? Have you used them just for your own work? And are there any other options out there that you would say are better or worse than the Vespid Primes? I want to know all those things down below in the comments. And if you're looking to rent the Vespid Primes, don't forget to check out Lens Rentals. I'm going to put a discount code down below. And as always, if you like this video, want to see more like it in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I love growing this community here on YouTube. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you in the next.